strong, independent institutions and governance. For any nation that weakens our institutions becomes a weaker nation. So an independence here does not only mean people will be antagonizing each other. It means that every person takes a role to play their role independently for the common good of the country. So when we have a strong judiciary that can be able to give justice, that can be able to interpret the law, that can be able to say what is right and what is not right, I think for Kenyans we need to respect when an independent institution of or arm of government make a decision. And we call upon all of us to respect that, because the moment we don't, then we shall have a weaker nation. This is in the same breath, we need to see a strong legislature that will provide oversight to the executive in terms of the laws that they enact or bills, that we shall have an independent parliament. We also need to have a very strong executive led by the leader of the country, the president, with a clear vision for the nation, with a clear focus for the nation, and because they are entrusted with the management of resources of this country, who are able to manage. And why we have those other arms is to create checks and balances. And therefore, all of them are needed to play their role effectively for a nation to be stable and to be strong. Whether the decision is supported by this or that, let us go by the ruling of the judiciary in this matter and even in other matters. But even them, they have to exercise independence in the manner in which they make the rulings or judgments of cases, because that independence is what's required, so that none of them is being viewed as making a ruling probably based on influence from any other quarter. So that independence is what we require as a nation. We have more things to pay attention to at the moment. Between now and the next election is just 11 months. And to begin another process that will mean something else will have to be done in between, other than preparation, will not help Kenyans. I think what Kenyans should be focusing on is to strengthen AIBC to make sure that they are strong enough, resources are given, they get preparation in good time, they print whatever is needed to be printed in good time. Kenyans are educated on voter rights in good time. Civic education need to begin in earnest, and also registration of voters need to be, those should be the things that we do moving forward. But we also know that we are in the middle of a pandemic. I think the resources should be channeled more and more on vaccinating Kenyans, so that even by next year we have more Kenyans voting, we will not have been losing more. And therefore I think to me the attention should be now paid to whatever development agenda is remaining. I know the president has still have a big undertaking in finishing his big buffer agenda for the country. We need to vaccinate more Kenyans, and I think that's where we need to put more energy other than divisions. And I get sometimes, perturbed that leaders at such a time like this of election, it is like this is a time they get new ideas. And we should be asking those who have been in this game for long, instead of giving us new ideas, give us what you have done. And those who are entering should be the ones to give us new ideas. But I think we need to be a country that is very forthright in articulating issues that are on the table, and make sure that we are doing things that are going to benefit a majority of Kenyans. Let us now vaccinate them, let us prepare for the election, and put other things aside. Asanteni sana.
One of the things that we stand for is for peace in this country. And we have advised the government on how we can actually cross over through the next election peacefully. It is to make sure that we prepare adequately for the next election. It is to make sure that IEBC is funded and equipped properly. It is to make sure that we don't allow impunity, where politicians spread hatred and they injure the reputation of different people and different communities, and they bring ethnic hatred. We believe that the government and the infrastructure that is there, the criminal justice system and the judiciary, must bring all these people to book. Because we know impunity. Because if people know hata akitusi mtu they say utadu nini. They must know that there is consequences for every action that breaks the law. So we have a role to play. We also have a role to play to encourage the young people to take up their role in society, not as victims, but as victors. We are encouraging them to stand up for election. We are encouraging them to be voters. We are encouraging them to be fosters of peace and not to be used by politicians to foment violence.
Spoke very categorically. I was very impressed, really. I mean, I know the president. He said, yes, BBI was thrown out of the court. The intention of promoting BBI was not individual. He said that. It was for the welfare of the society and the just government of men. But if the men and the just government of men decided it was wrong, it was not for the president. The president is coming to retire in 2022 in the next, 11 months. So it is up to the Kenyan society to say what is good for us, and we avoid individual interests. Okay? I was a proponent of BBI because I believed that it could bring us 35% of money into the counties. I believed there are certain things in BBI, but if we cannot get it through the BBI, let the same society that requires those benefits tell us how else those benefits are going to come to us. For us, we don't care how they come, provided they come. How is the next president going to deal with aspects of debt? How is the next president going to deal with creating jobs within the manufacturing, enhancing the big four, so that manufacturing becomes what it was in China, in Korea? So I would say that the political situation is good. What we want to avoid is a situation where our people are going to be divided around tribal lines, because we've been there in 2007. We don't want to be there. That's what we are asking the church. We are really urging the church not to allow itself to be divided. And I quoted 2 verses in the Bible, that the church is the salt of the earth, and the salt cannot lose a taste. So we are urging the church to make sure that it remains neutral, it remains the one setting the societal norms, it ensures that we maintain our peace. We are also urging the church to make sure that they don't make people make wrong decisions. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about that, how you make your weaker brother fall. When churches are being seen to be aligning themselves to particular individuals or particular directions, the followers are left without much choice. Yeah, in front of the whole NCCK board, is that the church should be able to set certain norms. Make sure that we do not desecrate the sanctuary. There are some words or some things that we say at the sanctuary, and I'm a believer. There are things that I don't believe in that are done at the sanctuary, and it is for the church to say no to such things. If there is a church function here, and politicians are here, they can move and cross the road and have their own meeting on that other side as people are coming out of the...
To delve into whether there are personal differences or not. But I think as leaders of the nation, both His Excellency, the President and his Deputy, has always to exercise the authority in their offices to unite Kenyans, to bring all of us together. And the way to do it is to find a way in which they can be able to be closer, not far apart, not only them, but to bring the country closer. And I think for me, that's what I can say, is what we need to see is a leadership of the nation that is more united, a leadership of the nation that has more focus. But when we see a tearing apart, that is a reason to worry for every Kenyans, because they will tear the country, and each one of them has a following, and therefore we cannot afford, even in the church leadership, we cannot afford to display publicly divisions that there could be. and therefore I don't want to say, because I don't know actually whatever difference is in between, but what we can see when we read as a nation and the citizens of the nation, that there is a mood or a tone that show that there is some disquiet. I think for us, and you know, the position of the church is to bring people together, is to pray for more harmonious relationships between our leaders. Because the more we are harmonious, the nation will be at harmony. The more we show differences, the more the nation will be divided. So I want to call upon not only the president, but his deputy and all other competitors, because what we see playing now is that politics of so-and-so is not right, so-and-so is not right. I think we need to stop from engaging politically that is personalized, and engage politics that we give views and direction and vision, and let it be issue-based, not personality-based, because when we personalize, then we arise the emotions of whoever is connected and close to the other person, and what we shall get is a divided people.